250 million years ago, our world was on the brink of extinction. It was an arid, hot world, dominated by a massive supercontinent, with a desert that covered most of the land. But all that was about to change. In the northern Sahara, paleontologist Matt Lamana has been exploring a part of the desert that tells a surprisingly different story.
Here is the base of a tooth of a sawfish. This is a relative of sharks. This is actually butting up right against a piece of turtle shell right here.
How on earth could sea creatures like this exist in the middle of the desert? There's only one possible explanation. At some point in its history, the Sahara must have been underwater.
We're in a shallow marine realm, in a tidal channel with tides coming in, coming out. It would have been like a tropical paradise compared to what it is today.
But this paradise held an even bigger surprise. While excavating the area, Matt's team found the bones of one of the largest dinosaurs that ever lived.
Our best guess is that it was between 80 and 90 feet long and probably weighed between 40 and 45 tons.
This was the land of the dinosaurs, a sweltering, larger-than-life world dominated by giants. But creatures this huge could not survive without massive amounts of vegetation. So what happened to the desert world of Pangaea to trigger such a change? The answer to that question can be found deep in the jungles of South America. Here, geologists Hans Kraus and Terry Aiken are traveling into the heart of Venezuela in search of clues to the depth of a supercontinent. It is one of the hardest places in the world to reach. Their destination is Ayaan Tupui, the Devil's Mountain, a mile-high wall of rock that bears the scars of a cataclysmic event. They find what they are looking for amid a landscape of mysterious spires and broken rock on the top of Ayaan Tupui. Hans and Terry have come up here to find out what could have turned a desert into a paradise millions of years ago. Because to the trained eye, thousands and thousands of vertical cracks show how this landscape was created.
You could kind of see the real distinct square and diamond shape to the towers, which reflects the fracture pattern within the rock.
These cracks in the rock were caused by an event of literally earth-shattering importance. They marked the point where the giant continent of Pangaea split apart. Once again, the tectonic plates that float across the world were on the move. They were now drifting away from each other. Inch by inch, millennium by millennium, the ancient supercontinents separated into several new continents, including South America. The unique trauma suffered by this area has carved breathtaking cliffs out of the landscape, which gave birth to a spectacular set of falls. Falling more than a mile off the top of Ayaan Tupui for the last 70 million years. This is Angel Falls. But Ayantapui wasn't the only place that was on the move. As the supercontinent pulled apart, the land that would become the Sahara collapsed. Allowing prehistoric seas to flood the desert and create the Atlantic Ocean. This was the defining moment of the modern world. Over millions of years, the continents we know would begin to take shape, carving their natural wonders into the landscape. It would create the Grand Canyon and shape the continent of America.